Hey everybody, here we are for another workout. It's February 14th, Tuesday, Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day to all of you. Let's start our workout video like we always do. We'll put the iPhone in the StreamYards here and we'll do our weigh-in. Let's see where we're at. Going to start out today at 220.4. 220.4. So remember that number for when we come to our way out. We'll see how much we can drop off today. Grab my shoes. And we'll get ready to get on over there. Something a little different today. I thought we spent most of the day reviewing Vaughn complaining about the goddamn podcast show about him. So we're going to watch that while we walk today. Something a little different. I won't be chatting and commenting as much, but there'll be some open spots and we can talk. But mostly we'll just be watching TJ Coctopus Primes. Weigh-in was 220.4. I wish it was 200.4. 220.4. We're going to watch an interesting video today while we walk, which I will have going here back at my home machine. Which is nice because then I know it's not going to fail. No problems with bandwidth or any of that noise. Let's get our workout gear on. With the all maroon sweatshirt today. Sweatshirt / kind of hoodie. Half hoodie. I don't know why my phone wants to feed back with the volume all the way down, but whatever. Sometimes you just got to turn it down again. All right. Zipped up here. It's a beautiful day out, except it's really windy today. Let's okay. Let's get I'm gonna have to get me out of here and go to my phone, and I'm gonna start the stream up so you guys enjoy that, and I'll see you over at the place.
This is that you're going to see lots of butterflies, and that's proof that Vaughn's gods are real.
All right, so you slimy little scumbags are going to get a rude awakening, because what's going to happen is there's going to be a beautiful renaissance that's going to take place, a renaissance for the new man, for the new world, a better world. Now, not your fucking gloom and doom, brave new world bullshit where, you're going to have less and love it, and we're going to take everything away from you and, live with less, and Green New Deal and all this other bullshit. It's going to be a Green New Deal, all right. It's going to be the beautiful nature butterflies are going to be roaming around having fun. So you better prepare for that, baby. That's all. I mean, some people are just they're such full of slime. They're such full of pollution that, goodness is like allergic. They're allergic to goodness and niceness. And they're so used to just the filth that they're not. So Vaughn, can you give us
this is John J Dubs. John Gashala is the one talking. He likes to keep Lowell's cows as pets. He used to be a Brett Keane simp, and now he's like the only one that can put up with Von Helton for prolonged periods of time. By the way, people, it's not that people hate goodness. They hate pieces of shit like you, J Dubs, and they hate total fucking liars like Von Helton.
Well, thanks to them, a couple of weeks ago, I now hate Stofers.
Yeah.
Dude, nothing will make you hate TV dinners quicker than watching Von Helton gum a Salisbury steak.
Several years ago, J Dubs actually put out a video saying that gay people didn't exist until the 1960s.
What?
I have seen videos where they have J Dubs has been confronted for basically coming on to another man, and then he during the interview he did not deny it, and he seemed really dejected that he wasn't being taken seriously, and that he was being what's the word, God damn it. But no, that well, I mean that
Hold on,
he was being dismissed by his crush, which was a dude.
Rejected.
Rejected. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. I haven't even started smoking yet. Anyway, so the butterflies. By the way, that's called spring, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Von Helton lives out in the fucking like foothills of Kentucky on the edge of the fucking Daniel Boone National Forest. So and like so it's rural as fuck. Springtime is when you see butterflies, bub. All right, that's the lamest shit ever. If I had such a lame prophecy and for my made up gods, like I hope people would fucking laugh at me as well, like they're fucking laughing at you. They're laughing at you, and rightfully so. They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna like Carrie. It's ironic we're quoting Carrie.
There you go.
I saw Chris in the chat ask what kind of channel Carrie has. Carrie is a connoisseur of shanty content.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. And she's very aware of her. I mean, not as much as some other people who've been doing it for freaking decades and decades.
Right.
Like there's
More
a
the
couple
newer
of
stuff.
details. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for Carrie is very good at basically restreaming shanty content and giving some commentary over it. And I think it's fantastic. She's got a pretty damn decent viewership, and her channel's growing pretty fast. You'll be overtaking the podcast here in no time. At which point, I will turn on you like a rabid dog.
Yeah, I know. I need to start
go
covering
you.
more people than just Shanny, though. You know.
Sure, there's
branch
plenty
out
of them
a
out
bit
there.
more.
There are
Yeah.
plenty out.
Oh
there.
yeah, like this guy.
Yep, Von Helton he's got a ton in common with Shanny, but he's even like more cringy.
Yeah.
Somehow, he really is. Anyhow,
Says a lot. That says a lot.
Yeah, Shanny has
Out
like a
doing
few
Shanny
teeth.
and Rev.
Yeah, so Shanny has a few teeth. Vaughn has none. Shanny lost her kids 6 times. Vaughn lost his kids 12 or 13 times.
And now permanently. I mean,
Yeah.
We'll never get them back, right?
Yeah, no friends, no family that likes them. Addicted to streaming online. Addicted to claiming that they're starving to death, and they're well, not in Shanny's case, but Rev's case. Rev and Von Helton are both conservative, and they hate socialism, but then they want more money from the government, and they want everything. They all want handouts nonstop. They refuse to work, both of them.
Not socialism when it's you.
Well, it's only when it's them other people, and like people like Rev and Vaughn have to worry about. Like they're like, I don't like socialism. Why? Well, because my tax dollars go. Bitch,
Right.
you have to work to fucking pay taxes.
You don't pay taxes. Like, what are you even talking
Drives
about?
me nuts. I don't make minimum wage, yet I can appreciate wanting to raise the minimum wage. That's called empathy. All right.
Yeah.
I don't require like a bunch of government assistance right now, but like if someone else does. By the way, keep in mind that if you punish someone, like let's say they're getting food stamps and they have a couple of kids, and you're like wanting to punish them, it's the kids that get punished as well. They had no say in any of this. The kids didn't choose not to work or be lazy or be a shitty parent. They just kind of got brought into the world, and you're gonna turn around and say, okay, let's like, I don't like your parents, so you can go hungry. Like, what kind of piece of shit are you? And you claim to be some kind of freaking like love. These assholes are talking about love right now. But if it was about like feeding a fucking hungry kid with tax dollars, then, oh, fuck that. You're just full of shit.
Right.
Well, if we could devise a way to where it goes straight to the kids, I think everybody'd be happy.
Well, they try that. Free school lunches. They literally have tried that, and still that's not good enough. Not good enough.
Yeah.
I just watched a what is it? I forget his name, but he goes to these. He goes to Trump rallies. Walter Masterson. He goes to like Trump rallies and protests for the right wing. And recently he went to one that was an anti-abortion thing, right? And he's going around and he's asking them, "Will you sign off on free medical for kids?" Free school lunches, and all stuff like that, and they didn't want it. They didn't want to do it. So they're happy to tell you have to bring the kid into the world, but then they're also happy to tell you you get no help. And so guess who suffers? Again, the kid that they claim to care about so much.
Right.
Double standards.
Yeah. Big time.
Give me this prophecy of this, like, you know, butterflies and nature and everything. I don't know if these people are going to be able to handle it. I don't know if your haters and trolls that are just filled with gloom and doom and hate is just going to be able to, you know.
No, that's not my problem.
Throw
Throw the confirmation up there, because that's the important part. I no sooner posted this than I got confirmation, folks. I got confirmation on this. Actually, I got 2 confirmations, but I didn't post the second one. But I did post the first one. But yeah, throw the confirmation up there, John.
I will. Throwing it up there right now.
Because that's important. Because see, when you get confirmation of something that you're given from the gods, then that makes it solid. That makes it, you know, irrefutable. Okay, and I no sooner posted that than one of my friends literally posted a reply, and I'll read it here.
Replying to @RealVonHelton and blank. Funny. I literally have dreams of butterflies, thousands upon thousands flying. The overall peaceness in the year, like a perfect spring day of a new year of spring. Like the storm passed and everything is cleansed. Oh, I love that. Like a big rain came and washed everything away. It kind of sounds like Taxi Driver.
Peaceness is not a fucking word.
What? Like
Peacefulness.
Taxi Driver.
The funny thing is, he described what happens at the beginning of spring, but it's the butterflies that get away from this. It's its own separate thing.
And he said that he didn't know if people were going to be able to handle this. Handle what? Butterflies?
How hilarious is
like
this?
as if that's... I don't understand what we're supposed to be afraid of handling if it's just a bunch of butterflies.
Even before they started reading this, I couldn't get over the term butterfly prophecy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so dude, if you're gonna do a prophecy, it's gotta be something that doesn't happen literally every year already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like give me a prophecy like polar bears in Florida.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like wild polar bears in Florida, and I'll be like, holy shit, because that does not happen.
Right.
Butterflies fucking happen.
Normally prophecies are like apocalyptic, you know, something with a negative connotation to it.
Yeah.
Sure. There's most of I guess what Nostradamus kind of popularized that shit.
Yeah.
But what?
Those weren't prophecies. Those were just straight out predictions. Off of. I mean, they all have the same premise, obviously, but like, I mean, if you want to get technical, there is some difference there.
Well, it's the same thing as like the predictions / prophecies in some parts of the Bible, which are not very convincing.
I was going to say, is a prophecy, does that have to be a religious thing? A prophecy, is it usually a prophecy or religion?
I think
yeah,
it is.
It is, but that's why there's prophets.
Mm-hmm.
But hey yo, but like for example, in the Bible, there's like you know, there will be war.
Right.
Like that's not a fucking privacy or a prophecy. That's literally just like human nature.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the moon's gonna turn red every now and again.
Oh yeah, the blood moon.
Yeah,
it's been happening for fucking God knows how long. It's just that kind of stuff. Not very impressive. If you make an awesome prediction, then I'll be, you know, pretty impressed. It's ridiculous now because people take it too far. But like The Simpsons has had a few like crazy things that they did that actually turned out to be which is kind of wild. But that's how I look at it.
Twice a day.
That's how I look at it. I was like, well, that's pretty wild.
Yeah,
I'm not fucking changing my life.
Other people will call that miracles, TJ.
Yeah, it's dude. If you're texting and driving and you fucking almost rear-end another car because you're not paying attention, but you barely miss them, and then you claim that's a miracle, like that's so lame. What you're doing is the same thing that other people do with certain words, and you're cheapening what the word means. It's the same with people that constantly use the R word. Oh, you're oh god, you're R wording my bank account. You know what I mean? No, dude, don't say that. Don't say that. You're cheapening what the word means. And the same goes for some of these I don't know, this bullshit. It's just all bullshit. I really, I said it last time. I hate having smoke blowing up my ass. Like, just be like straightforward. And I feel like, God, the entire society, especially on the religious and political end, is just all smoke being blown right up my butthole. All right, are we back?
Yeah.
Majority of humanity are in awe of a mount of butterflies. This has been a reoccurring dream. Very interesting, effective indeed.
Yeah, see, so I no sooner posted it than I got a confirmation. Okay, and once you get a confirmation on something you're given, that makes it solid as a rock.
The dream, the prophecy has to come true.
Yeah, it's solid as a rock. And like I said, I got a second one too, but I ain't clipped it out and made a video. I made a picture out of it yet. But yeah, I got two confirmations, folks, on this prophecy. Okay, so yeah, it is going to happen. The trolls are just,
a random comment. It was a random comment. Somebody like, oh yeah, butterflies. I got dreams of butterflies. He's like, bam, confirmation. So few people are not trolling Vaughn that like when a comment isn't just like change your shirt, you stinky son of a bitch, then he's like, oh my God, it's a confirmation. Like finally somebody that's just, they don't even have to necessarily agree with me. Just don't be mean to me. Because Vaughn is a piece of shit. You would feel sorry for him if he wasn't such a piece of shit. You know, he's terrible. God, he is obsessed with like young, petite women. Obsessed. And to the point where, and he likes them really, really young. So when he found his wife, who they're now obviously divorced, but he found her, she was petite and she was pretty young, but she also had like, a mental disability, and she had like the mind of like a fucking really young, like 12 or 13.
Oh, so this is like JF territory.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Fucking creepy. Like, I used to volunteer for the Down Syndrome Association in my area. And the thought of taking advantage of any of those people like enrages me. And I mean, even on the fucking, on a light level, like if a person with Down syndrome comes to you and buys a cup of coffee, like you work at a coffee shop, they buy a cup of coffee and hand you a $20 bill, and you take the opportunity to like pocket some of their money instead of giving them the correct change, that infuriates me. Just the thought of that happening, of taking advantage of someone that needs fucking like extra help, and you like take advantage of them, that really, but to do it on like a sexual basis, like, these are the scenarios of why like the death penalty is okay sometimes. Sometimes it's just fine. Fuck people like that. That is so, like, we don't need you around. I don't want you around.
I mean, wouldn't it be easier to try to go after, like, the paraplegic?
Where they can't run away. What's the joke? The guy walking down the struggle. The guy's walking down the beach, and there's a girl up here, quadriplegic, and laying on the beach crying, and he's like, "What's wrong?" She goes, "Oh, I've never, been kissed before." So he leans down, kisses her, and she, "Oh, thank you." Goes on her way. Next day he comes by, and she's there crying again, and so he's like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "Oh, I've never been held before." So he goes, embraces her and then puts her back, and she says, "Oh, thank you," and he goes about his business. Third day he's doing the same thing. She's there crying, and he says, "What's wrong now?" And she goes, "I've never been fucked before." So he picks her up and throws her in the ocean and says, "There, now you're fucked."
All that set up for that, eh?
Oh, dude, don't you know me by now? There's way more.
It's gonna go to that point.
It's so old. Come on.
Yeah, it's a terribly old joke. That's my favorite kind of joke, is the ton of setup for okay payoff, whatever.
Oh, yeah, like those old bad AIDS jokes you made.
Oh, they were so
Oh
good.
no.
But they were good, yes.
Yeah. So like for an AIDS charity event, we did a stream. Actually, Raven here is the one that organized it. And it was pretty successful, but I was part of another stream called the Skeptic Fence Show. It's actually where I met Drew, which is who I did this podcast with, but and Grant as well. So the the Skeptic Fence Show had our own little time slot for this 24-hour charity event, and the Skeptic Fence Show had me on, and that was a mistake. I did nothing but tell AIDS jokes
Oh
like the
no.
whole night, but for a good cause. That was to me the ultimate funny. Like I'm literally telling AIDS jokes to raise money for for AIDS.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I had Raven and Peach. Peach was in the chat, boo, but that just makes me worse. My favorite comments from those, because I remember some of them, and it's not the way TJ smiles at the punchline. It's the way he smiles right before the punchline, knowing how terrible it's about to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's so perfectly described me. Yeah.
People were sending me messages complaining. I'm like, are you serious? They're raising money.
Yeah, I obviously am not. I'm literally trying to just be ridiculous to be funny and for a charity, and it worked. We actually raised some money. I donated some too. I remember I love doing stuff like that. We used to do a lot of charity work. DPR, fucking RIP, did the MSF charity, and they raised like $50,000 the first time they did it. I was like super proud to be a part of that. So yeah, that's Doctors Without Borders for anyone that doesn't know. They
Yeah,
raised
awesome.
50 grand in fucking 24 hours. Back in the heyday of of YouTube, as far as I'm concerned, where
Yeah.
like people were really cool with each other. Very few people had problems with each other. And now it's become just a fucking, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a cesspool. It's not quite as bad as Twitter yet, but it'll get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, more Von Helton, unfortunately. I think we're trying to avoid this. Butterfly.
I don't care. That's between the trolls and the gods, you know. If they see all these butterflies, well, then they're just going to have to deal with it, right? You know, but there is no question, there is no getting around it. I had this one person on True Social that's a Catholic. They watched my video, and they kept an open mind and watched my video and agreed with the vast majority of what I had to say. So I mean, you know, so even people of other faiths are watching my prophecy video and agreeing with it. So
Oh yeah.
you know, deal with it, folks.
Yeah,
because I'm telling
his
you,
prophecy is that you'll see
when you get not
butterflies,
one, but
and
two
that'll
people
prove his gods are
confirming that-
real. How can a Catholic agree with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you just not understand what your faith is? Vaughn's
Right.
prophecy is you'll see thousands of butterflies, and that will prove that his gods are real.
Right.
So how does that mesh with Catholicism? I was raised Catholic. They don't put up with no other gods.
Mm-mm.
So you got the Holy Trinity, and that be it. Not the Holy Trinity plus Vaughn's imaginary fucking gods.
Deal with it, folks, because I'm telling you, you know, when you
Deal
get
with
not
it.
one but two people confirming that this prophecy is legit,
Two.
that settles it. There
Not
is no
one,
getting
but
around
two
it at this
people.
point, so.
And that settles it.
That settles it, guys.
I'm sold.
Yeah. That look on his
Yep.
face, that settles it. It's like when people say, you know, there were witnesses to the resurrection. That settles it.
Yep. That's enough for me. I don't need to think about this any further. I will stop thinking about this critically this moment.
He got this from a Twitter response.
Yeah, sorry, TM, if this is your first time hearing, but yeah, DPR Jones passed away. Yeah, it's been a few years now. What, 3 years? So yeah, he was a great guy. I'm very glad I got to meet him in person, and we had a fucking hell of a time. He came down to like visit people in Tampa, and Tampa's not far from me. Like it's not too bad, only a couple hours. So anyway, I was like, yeah, come on through. I literally got out of work, came home, and he was like, I got my timing a little messed up. So he had been waiting for me for a couple minutes. He was already in my driveway. And he is such a fun motherfucker. In order not to disturb my friggin' my old lady and our daughter, I've got us because I had to get us basically a hotel room. So because we were gonna be up all night, and we did. We stayed up all night, drank a whole bottle of whiskey, a case of beer, and just stayed up shooting the shit and laughing about so much stuff. We watched some like old videos, and we were like crying laughing about that shit. It was such a good time. Then we barely got any sleep before I took him out for like a real southern breakfast. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I wanted him to experience that. And then I took him to the range and I let him watch someone fire off like 2,000 rounds through a fucking 50 cal.
Oh wow.
Because he was British. So he wasn't like real familiar with guns. The whole place was just filled with smoke. This guy just went through so many rounds. And he was blown away by that. And then to top it all off, I took his ass to Gatorland because we were in fucking Florida.
Yeah.
And I let him see all the gators and all the crazy shit there. So it was a really good time. And I'm super glad I got to meet him before he passed. He was a really good guy, really smart guy, really good listener. He did the Magic Sandwich Show and a few others. He was a very good listener and very good sport about being like messed with and accused of dumb stuff. He would just, laugh it off. He was really, really good guy. So we miss him.
Yeah, praise be the gods, man. I mean, when I got those confirmations, I damn near cheered, man, because that means the shit's coming. It's going to happen. It's real and it's coming and it's going to be in your face and there's no way you're going to be able to deny it. Because as soon as you open up your fucking window, look out the window, there's going to be hundreds of, if not thousands, of butterflies out there of all different types. There's going to be no denying it because there is no prophecy, there is no science, there is no nothing that you're going to be able to spin this and say, oh well, it's some kind of naturally occurring phenomenon. No, now. Butterflies are the
Actual
same type.
pills, motherfucker.
How old is this?
That's one. Yeah.
This let's see. 4 weeks ago.
Oh man, we got to do like some kind of big collaboration video of people just doing this, like in the old days.
Oh yeah.
Just a bunch of clips all strung together.
Are you kidding? I've got a 4-year-old. We have fairy wings, butterfly wings, freaking all those things. I'll put those on and flutter around the room.
You know what? My daughter has those too. I might actually come on cam for that.
I'm in.
The
fuck with Vaughn.
The monarch butterflies, and in Vietnam, I just watched a video where little tiny white butterflies congregate in large numbers. That's true, but that's not what they said. Butterflies will be all different types, all different colors, all be together, and there'll be hundreds of them, if not thousands.
The moths must blow his fucking mind.
His fucking literal thing is hundreds, if not thousands. So if he sees 200 fucking butterflies, dude, you got to set your bar higher if you want people to believe shit. He's looking for the easiest thing to confirm. He's like, all right, tell you what, the gods told me to prove they're real. It'll be cold during the winter, okay? But not necessarily so cold it snows or anything, just, chilly. All right? And then if that happens, it's proof that the gods, oh my God, it's so embarrassing. And it's not like he's an old man that lost his mind. By the way, he's not that old. I know he looks like fucking like he's about to sell you a mogwai. But he's actually what, like 56?
59.
Or something like that?
59.
59, all right.
59 and feeling fine.
Well,
oh, God.
I mean, shit,
So, for reference, I'm almost 52. So
damn.
It's a steep slide down in the next 7 years.
I have one of the videos I have for us to play in the intro, which Vaughn made himself. He ages like 35 or 40 years in his own intro because it's showing different clips of him through the freaking years. Yeah. And you just see him go like boom, 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 boom to this. It is crazy. This is what happens when you're like, you don't You're lazy. You don't work. You eat nothing but TV dinners. You don't take care of yourself. You're a piece of shit, and you're just fill your whole day with like rage at the internet and the world. This is what fucking happens to you. That's what you look like.
When I first stumbled onto this guy like a couple months ago, I went and looked up some old stuff. Like just in the last 10 years, he looks like he had aged like 30 years in that time. Like it is crazy.
Yeah.
So no, this is not a naturally occurring phenomenon. So nice try. It will be a sovereign move of the gods of creation. No
Okay,
true
stop this.
gods-
Stop this right now. Go to Google.
Wait, hold up. If he talks about it's a sovereign move of the gods of creation, right? The seasons and everything, that's all a part of how everything works, which some would consider creation. So how could he say it's just never mind. I lost
It's
it.
no, it's ridiculous. He's so it's hilarious because he's been trying to convince people of ridiculous shit for a long time, and nobody is willing to like fall for it except for J-Dubs here. And
Right.
that's because he's a complete loser with no other friends and will literally take anybody to have a conversation with, so he's not as lonely as
Yeah.
it again, if they weren't such pieces of shit, you'd feel bad for them.
Right.
But they're giant pieces of shit, like terrible people, hateful, just like the ultimate of like John J-Dubs is racist as fuck. He's hateful towards pretty much anyone he can be like bigoted towards, he's bigoted towards.
Yeah.
Drops N-bombs like it's going out of style.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
hard R.
Wow.
Like the correct way of saying what hard R is for those out
Cracker.
there that are unaware. Anyway, you were supposed to Google.
Oh yeah, well,
You're supposed to Google butterfly.
Come on.
I just wanted to look up if large congregations of butterflies happens in nature because Vaughn just said it didn't.
Google. What is it now?
Nice. Google. I want to see if
No pressure.
like what would you call it? A swarm of butterflies? Swarms of
So
butterflies.
Swarm.
the monarch butterfly migrates from like Canada and New England all the way to Mexico every fall, and in the spring they migrate back and they fly in swarms of
In the hundreds, if not thousands.
millions.
Yeah, in the hundreds, if not thousands, and that occurs in nature, like yearly. Okay, that's what
Twice
I
a
was.
year.
I'm just making sure. Does it
Twice a
say how
year,
many?
millions of them.
Does it say how many?
No.
No. I mean, I'm sure it's in the millions.
Yeah. Oh God. Easily.
I don't know. Let's look at pictures.
Anyway, but that doesn't happen in nature, guys. All Photoshop, you son of a bitch.
Oh, this one
You
looks
son of a
pretty good.
bitch, it's all Photoshop. You know that they're just the big corporate media and communism.
Like 2 or 3 right there. So
This isn't the confirmation though.
No. When it happens this spring, okay, that's the confirmation. Actually, it's already confirmed, guys, because 2 people confirmed it, so it's confirmed. It's pretty much just written in stone.
I guess we'll be eating shit at that time.
creation. And there won't be no denying it. There won't be no getting around it. You'll just have to deal with it as best you know how. And I there's going to be Christians and Jews and Muslims that are going to take a look at that and they're going to say, what can you say? What can you say about it? There's nothing to be said. And there's no.
You're going to
there's
go
no
to freedom
prophecy.
religion. His religion's called freedom religion, and they're all, the Christians, Muslims, Jews, everybody. They're going to look at the butterflies and be like, "Holy shit, Von Helton was right."
Okay.
Oh my God, the delusion.
There's no written documentation where butterflies are responsible for taking out the New World Order. Okay, it doesn't such thing. So this is going to be a sovereign move.
What?
Oh, they're going to take out the New World Order.
True God.
The hell?
What?
And
What?
it's gonna be
They're gonna fucking flutter them to death?
awesome, man.
I guess
It's gonna
he
be
mean.
awesome.
Gets
I
better
guess
and
he
better.
means that he mean. I guess in his mind, the butterfly effect means something else,
Ah,
like the actual like
maybe
physical
that's what it
thing.
is. He's heard the term butterfly effect, but didn't know what the fuck it meant, and he just ran with it, and this is where he ended up. Because
So if you
Vaughn
get-
does not know how to say he
Right.
was wrong. He only knows how to double down and go further.
Yeah.
But so if you take butterflies in the hundreds, if not thousands, and get them all to flutter at the same time, you could really move some mountains with that shit.
It
The
would
only
have
way
an
I can
effect.
think of is if they like swarm in front like of a moving car and cause it to have an accident. But that would maybe, I don't know.
And I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait to see it. I am very excited. And it'll be happening soon, I think.
Don't hold your breath.
At least wait 6 weeks.
Gotta watch him drum his dinner.
All right.
Sorry.
Yep. Oh god.
Gotta see him drum it.
Gum in that dinner. That how's
Wait,
that
what was-
Salisbury steak?
Thofers.
Over. I come from the foothills of Kentucky. The way he talks really drives me nuts. And the way
Yeah.
oh god. All right. So I want to see no, not this one. I want to see the one that shows the fucking intro where it shows Vaughn aging. This one. Yeah, play this. Yeah. Yeah, play it. Fuck it.
I mean, he's got that total Magoo face, right?
Yeah. This is Rev's
Yeah.
future, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
You know, some
Yeah.
guy just making shit up. He's fucking, alone, malnourished in some fucking trailer that he didn't buy. He just inherited from his mother. That's also Von Helton, by the way.
Yeah, just wait till they
Yeah,
call
mhm.
C-SPAN.
I fucking need the text a little bit too high. It's showing
Yes,
up
you
over
do.
the.
No, it's not this
Yeah.
one. Fuck it. I don't want to. I want to see the goddamn one with the aging.
Hey,
Maybe
no
it's the one in the
stay.
long run.
No
No,
s-
no stay. We'll come back to this one if we have time.
Like, is
but
there any
it's,
effort like put into this show ahead of time?
no. This one, no. No. Next. No, next. I think
Whoa.
it's this one. I think it's this one. I think it's this one. Yeah. Play this. And yeah. And then
There's an
it'll do his
opportunity to learn
intro.
less.
Yeah, you can skip through those. You skip, and then but as soon as this is done, stop. Yeah, go.
I
Yeah,
have asked
I want to
you,
see this part. No, go
where
back.
is
Go back.
justice?
I want to hear it from the beginning.
Oh my god.
Come on, gods, answer me. For years I have asked you, where is justice? Where is punishment? Why are the innocent dying while the guilty go free? Why the senseless killing? Why the stealing? Why has everything been allowed to occur the way it has? But perhaps you've already answered me. Perhaps you've already told me where it is. Perhaps punishment is in me.
Miss Rivers, how are you? You made a ton of news.
All right, skip 5 seconds. Skip until with Joan Ridge. All right, now. Yeah, back. Yes. Okay, we're gonna do a lot of pausing here.
I've got a message for all the scumbags, losers, killers, and haters of this world.
Oh, get
Love
the
it.
fuck out of here. So this is young Von Helton.
Oh.
Younger, anyway. Look at that thumbnail.
Oh my god. Long. That
Ugh.
makes me think about his toenails.
Yep. Look how his
Italian.
nose has gotten like fucking even bigger somehow.
Yeah,
He
wider.
might have had teeth at this point. Maybe
No,
not.
look at that upper
No,
lip.
he had
There's
his
no way
teeth
he's got
taken.
teeth.
Yeah, you're right. No, he had his teeth taken out a long time ago, like near the beginning of his YouTube or online, street video making. Anyway, yeah, at least he's got decent trigger control here. I'll give him that.
Evil must be punished.
Okay, so now we're gonna start going through all the different. This is his intro. He made this. He made this, and it is so fucking bad and cringy. The whole thing is just so bad. He's wearing. By the way, he spent what was it? He claims 9 months in the army. Yeah. So, and claims to have been a tanker. This motherfucker would be lucky to be scrubbing dishes, because that's what they caught him doing after he went fucking AWOL. What's this? What is this? Is this? Did he just go through all the pictures he had on his computer and make a slideshow? And when this is one that he took to prove to the haters that his stove was clean?
Make lunch.
I don't get it. I don't understand why you would why this picture would be in your intro.
Yeah.
It's so wild. Like we're not on the same level as these people.
No.
You know what I mean?
No,
like
we're
they
not.
do things that make sense to them that we will never understand.
Right.
Oh.
What?
A fucking
What?
pepper.
Just a random pepper.
Pepper.
And it's not even really cut very well either.
No, that is not how you,
I cut a
you
pepper.
fucking not how you
I
cut a
mean, I
pepper.
told you
unless
we'd
you
make
really
lunch.
want a pepper ring. Unless you're doing like an egg and a pepper ring or something like that, then you need to cut it. Otherwise, you do not cut a pepper. It's wasteful. You julienne that bitch. Look at him,
Rain.
He's just yeah. There's a view from my trailer in fucking bumfuck Kentucky.
Look at all that
Watch him.
shit
Look at
back
that.
there.
Yeah, every shot, it's fucking a mess. I think most of the the pictures of the clean kitchen or whatever was from his fucking mother's trailer. He was in a single wide that was
Stock
trash.
images. God.
Let that nose get bigger. The nose just keeps getting bigger and bigger. It's like he has Pinocchio syndrome. He just keeps lying. His nose just keeps getting bigger.
What is
Look at
that?
this.
Is that
By
what
the
he
way,
did with the peppers?
And what's up with that pan behind it? That is gross.
What is that? Is that
Some kind of quiche?
egg?
Is that supposed to be
Right.
a quiche?
Yeah.
Or is that
I
cornbread?
think
No,
it is.
Raven. No, hold on, Raven. You're giving him
Ooh,
too
I
much
hope
credit
it's
with the
cornbread.
quiche. You're giving him way too much
Cornbread
credit.
with peppers?
He doesn't
Yeah.
know what a
Oh, I've
quiche
done
is.
yeah,
What?
cornbread. Dude, I've done cornbread with first of all, cornbread with
Shit.
corn. Like whole kernel corn is
Oh
fantastic.
wow.
Cornbread with freaking you do onions, you do peppers, do any of that shit. It's fantastic. Absolutely.
Weird.
Jalapenos.
That's not
up-
weird. Bitch, I'm
That
the
doesn't
kind of
even-
guy. First of all, I put carrots in my mashed potatoes as well if I have the option, and it is
Bleh.
Huh.
fucking fantastic. And it's a good way
Hold
to
on,
trick
wait.
the kids into eating them too.
Wait a second. I
Mhm.
gotta write that down. I gotta try that.
Really
I've
good.
never done that
There's a
before.
ton of
That's
tricks.
why.
I've got all kinds of like
That-
weird things that I enjoy.
That doesn't look like a cornbread though. That looks.
No,
just
it
like a-
doesn't.
It's a
It's-
quiche or like an omelet type thing, right?
It's one of those
I don't wanna
breakfast
give him that kind of
casserole.
credit.
casserole, yeah.
I
breakfast
can't
casserole.
give him that kind of credit.
Dude, no, yeah, I'm
If,
Well,
if,
the
if
pan
it's a
behind
word
it.
that if it's a word that is not spelled how it sound, then he's not gonna make that. He doesn't know what
yeah,
it
he
is.
couldn't look up the recipe.
No.
You told him to look up for a quiche, he'd be like KEESH.
Wheaty.
Yeah. It's whatever. It's not a good sign if you can't tell what the fuck it is.
Ouija,
But the
what's
fact that
that?
this is like the
But it's an
only thing
intro.
I've ever heard of him like making other than a fucking TV dinner. So maybe that's why he's showing it off.
Could be.
All right. Get forward.
That's one hell of an intro.
Yeah. Now look at the motherfucker. By the way, real quick before we start, he's wearing a Dare shirt. The record is over 100 days that he wore that Dare shirt.
Oh yeah.
They literally kept count. Now recently I paid a little bit of attention. He's doing a better job of switching out the shirts. I think he got tired of hearing people be like, holy shit, he wore that shirt for 109 days. But he claimed, I watched a stream that's about 9 months old. You know how sometimes you're listening to something, it ends and it just like plays something else. Yeah. It was a stream. I literally looked at how long ago it was because Von Helton in that stream freaking claimed that he was a member of Dare.
Wow.
We all were in the fifth grade.
Okay. Dare is a children's thing. So so somebody asked him, what does Dare stand for?
Oh God. What did he say?
Not a clue. By the way, it stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even know that.
So anyway, but Vaughn, a member, has no fucking clue. He's wearing the shirt, and people gave him shit about wearing the shirt or whatever. And they said something about, he claimed that when he came out of the military, he worked for the government, busting up pimp rings and fucking drug dealers. And that he was like, and he's like, I'm a member of Dare, blah 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 blah.
Oh my God.
So it turns out that Vaughn graduated from high school in like 81, I think.
I don't doubt he was involved in a drug bust. Just not in the way he thinks he was.
But it turns out Dare wasn't started until 1983. So Dare literally started after Von Helton had graduated high school, and it's a grade 6 through 12 focused thing for the most part. By the way, they've rebranded as something else now. I can't remember what the hell it's called. It's like Keep It Real or some shit like that. Anyway,
gotta go with whatever kids are speaking today.
Here's my problem. You went and lied to me about pot. You told me pot was dangerous and all that shit, and it's not. And now I don't trust you about the other shit. Okay, you shouldn't have done that.
If anything, it made more people do drugs.
Yeah, because now like they have to go to a fucking dealer for their fucking pot, and he's like, "Oh, you want some blow while you're at it?" You're like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Hey.
Right.
I had
group them all together.
I did a 4-year university for Marine training. We had a fucking drug and alcohol awareness class for some reason as part of the curriculum. Dude, we got fucking shit faced after that fucking class. It's just, it was over 2 days. It was like 16 hours of this fucking shit telling us how bad dope is. And you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, Jesus Christ, man, at fucking university level.
Dude, before I had we got like the prescription thing going on and they legalized it medicinally here in Florida. I literally used to buy weed from my census guy.
That's funny.
That could be awkward.
Not awkward at all, dude. This guy was the greatest freaking hookup ever. He would just be like,
dude.
"Hey,
you're going door to door already."
Yeah. Hey, well, he would be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go pick up. Do you want some?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. What are the options?" And he'd like a fucking list. Like, I was always blown away, and I was like, I'll try the banana kush.
You were always using blow. What?
So did you have the one time he came by and you were like, "Hey, dude, I didn't call." He's like, "No, you actually have to fill this out today."
Yeah. I was actually it's not like I only met him one time and just started buying weed from him. I was part of like a 0.001% of the population that got put on an extended census.
Off you.
And that would be so basically what would happen is he would check up with you every fucking month for 6 months.
Oh
and
wow.
to see what has changed in that period of time.
Fuck
A lot of
that.
people will be annoyed. Well, a lot of
Yeah.
people will be annoyed by that, but at the same time, you got to realize that I am getting represented very well with those numbers. There are very few people selected to be on that. So
Mm-hmm.
my experience is going to count for like they're going to probably assume like 4,000 or 5,000 other people are similar to me,
Right.
because it's like that small of a percentage that get chosen. So I was fine, and the guy was really cool. He did most of the shit over the phone anyway, but he had to do it in person a couple of times. I offered him a beer every time he'd fucking come to my house. He was an Indian dude, but really like just cool as shit. I'm not gonna drop his name, obviously, but I'd offer him a beer every time, and he's like, "Oh no, I got more work to do after this." And finally, like on our very last visit, he's like, "This is the last one, yay!" And we were like having a laugh about it because, you know what I mean? Like this has been going on for 6 months. And I was like, "You want to have a beer this time?" He's like, "Actually, you know what? This is my last house I got to stop at. Sure, I will have a beer." Dude, like 2 beers later, and we're talking about like our favorite strains. And he's like whipping, he's like, "Hold on." He goes out to his car and freaking brings out a freaking like fat. I was like, "Holy shit, we got high as balls." Became instant, like really good friends, and hung out for years afterwards. Like we played poker together and all that shit.
Yeah.
So that all thanks, census, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Von Helton, I dare you to tell the truth, you dipshit. Siri, play.
Producer.
Siri, play.
Anyway, there I am. Hi there. Hi. Yes, we are back, and John's triumphant return. John was gone for a while, and he's coming back, and that's what he told me to label this live show. So that's what I labeled it, John's triumphant return. So that's what I labeled it. Anyway, I am giving out the links as we speak, and then I will regale you with mind-numbing facts that you really don't give a shit about. Anyway, let me go on ahead and get some links out here. I have been having a problem.
Look at that schnoz.
With
God damn, he's got a fucking.
It's Magoo.
Dude, for real, it looks like an animated character. And
I
maybe
think it's a condition that like happens to a lot of older like men when you start getting
yeah,
older.
your ears and your nose actually never stop growing.
Penis.
So weird.
Yeah, so what's your excuse on the ears?
It'll be really big, like swollen looking. Like his looks deformed almost.
Yeah, it's just, and you know what the crazy thing is? You see that shitty ass beard, that thin little beard he's like trying to grow. Von Helton has extremely low testosterone, even though he likes to act all manly and shit. So his armpits and everything are hairless.
What?
And you could, because he wears tank tops occasionally, and he'll put his hands that you could like hairless. Now I'm not like I'm not too bad. I'm not gonna take off any fucking clothes here, but I have hair under my fucking arms, hair on my fucking chest. I'm not like covered in hair like some dudes. Like I don't have like hair that starts on my freaking shoulders and runs down my back or anything like that. Thank fucking God. But Von Helton is the opposite of that.
I think some should put up a poll whether or not you should take your shirt off.
No, I'm look, I'm spoken for. I'm spoken for. I'm sorry. The old lady gets the goods.
So you've never been to the beach?
I have. And if you go there and I'm there at the same time, you can see me with my shirt off.
I doubt it. You're one of those fucks that wear a shirt in the pool.
Yeah.
I can see it.
I don't.
And
I
then
just don't take
into the ocean.
I'm also not the type that takes my shirt off for a fucking, a podcast in my room.
J-Dub seems to do it.
It's not the same thing. There's a lot of people that I know. If you want to, I'm not saying you can't if you don't want to. Do whatever you're comfortable with, but I don't do that
anymore.
shit.
I don't have like the argument used to be, because I mean, I had started transition many, many years ago, right? So I used to take my shirt off as I presented as a man and show everybody my boobs. And that was one of the things that I got a name for on YouTube, right? That's why everybody knew who DevShell was. I can't do that anymore. Like every time they would try to cancel my stuff, I'd be like, "Yeah, but I'm a dude." And they're like, "Okay, all right, true. You're not. There you go. You can have your channel back."
Yeah.
They were for a while. I think it was Facebook or Twitter. Or no, it must have been Facebook. But what they were doing is they were taking pictures of like topless women, and then they would take the nipples from men and put it over the women's nipples, and so and they would be like, it's men's, so it's technically covered.
I got moves.
Which is
do you want to see
pretty,
the moves?
You can do whatever you want, bro. I'm not going to stop
Do
you
you
from
want
doing
the
anything. I'm
moves
just
on the
letting you know
screen?
that, like,
I can do this.
No, I don't give a shit.
Real fast.
I really don't.
Just real fast.
I'm not, dude. Well, okay.
No, I'm not your type.
I can't. You're on a delay for me, so I can't.
No, I'm not.
I can't see the. Do whatever you
you're
want,
not-
bro. Do
You're not
whatever you
getting
want, except
Streamlabs
for
any other
fucking,
way. So
if you get us a strike, I'm
For
gonna be pissed.
$5. Lol's kidding. Fine, sir. I would do it for $4.50. Thank you.
Right, I have to fucking restart my.
Oh, perfect time. We
goddamn-
can talk.
Yeah, go ahead. No, not my
With,
computer, my internet.
I have this browser from CCleaner.
You need a
and
C
it
cleaner
keeps-
browser.
It keeps losing my stupid passwords, and so I have to keep going back to Google. And it's like, why the fuck does he keep doing that shit? And I've tried uninstalling it and reinstalling it. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to literally contact CCleaner and say, hey, your browser's fucked, dude, because it keeps deleting the and I even unchecked the auto thingy. You know, I even unchecked that, thinking that maybe it was the auto thing that was deleted. No, I unchecked it. Still,
The way
now
he
right now, I
speaks
can't get any
sounds like
further
a
because they
babbling
deleted
brook.
my damn
Just
passwords.
Pretty much, eh? I do
Right?
have it
It's-
sped up, but
Is it-
it's just
How much is he sped up? Because he's flying through it.
25%.
Yeah, how
but
fast do you have it sped up?
Usually
Yeah,
with the
slow it-
locals, you guys speed them up, but I
No,
guess he's not one of them.
Vaughn speaks.
Same with
quickly.
G-Man. You fucking put him at 1.25.
wasn't
Jeez, that boy flies.
Yeah. It was Shanny. Doesn't sounds normal then.
Yeah, like 2% you can watch her on sometimes, and it's just like,
Mhm.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. She's like, you got
Slow
like she's just
motion.
everything she does is
yeah,
slow
we
as
put her
shit,
down
except
to
for like
listen to
when
her
she's
2
angry.
times for a while and put her down to normal. It's like she's fucking drunk. How slow she is. Nuts.
Yeah.
I guess
Makes you wonder what she's on, right?
we could talk real quick about the like what was it posted under? Oh, is that the community tab on
Yeah.
YouTube? Yeah.
From today. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah, you want to pull that up real quick?
The beauty of it.
Could.
Harry posted it in this freaking
I can't
in this group.
Yeah.
pull
I shared
up
it.
that,
Just
but
got to scroll up a tiny bit.
it's gonna look like shit. Let me see if I can get on YouTube.
Yeah,
Is
see if you
nobody's
can do that.
gaming?
Try that. Give that a try.
Is that on
Try
Twitter?
being on YouTube. Thanks.
Is it on YouTube or Twitter?
Yes,
It's on
it
you.
is.
It's on her YouTube.
The
What
Nobody's
did they
Gaming?
rename the channel to the Losers Club now?
Yeah, the loser.
The Losers Club?
Yeah.
It's appropriate. At least they're self-aware enough there.
They spell
If you
loser,
can't-
no losers.
SER, yeah.
If you can't find it, I'll send you a link.
Oh yeah.
God, yeah, because there's gonna be a billion fucking.
All right, hold on 1 second, and I'll find
You
it.
got to look up channel. No, go to filter. No, oh, there we go. Well, there
There
it
you
is.
go.
That's crazy. You pump in Shanny and then it fucking grabs it.
Yep.
I got my
That's
tricks.
nuts.
The shorter
No, but I
posts
mean, like,
community.
so the algorithm is already, or they've already added it.
Oh, she's posted new stuff since I've seen. It's new.
Okay, so scroll down. We did. This is the latest. So we got to scroll down. All right, so we're.
Yeah, this one was from today too.
Okay. We're all
What is it?
nags, but the donations
Yeah, I didn't get what the point of that was.
and things like.
And if they got
getting busy.
donations,
Look
why
at how
didn't
busy
spend
she
that?
was.
Ew,
Jesus
look at
What was
Christ!
that?
Does she think?
Ew.
Oh, why would you?
That's
think she's
cupping.
important.
But anyway, she's treating it like Facebook. The YouTube, the community tab is her fucking. She's like,
Yeah.
oh, I just post a whole bunch of shit here. Anyway, she says, I am sorry. We are so tired. Have to cancel the live stream. Spent all day doing applications and interviews. Would like some Chinese though.
I know that part just gets me every time.
Sure, I'm
So
sure you
jump on
fucking
it.
would. So wait a second. They were doing applications and interviews. I bet you I bet you they made them show up to an office or something like that to get their fucking food stamps.
That's
There's
what
no
everybody
way.
thinks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So there's no like fucking way that she's filling out job applications.
Hell no.
Some had the most perfect reply to this, and it's like, oh, okay. Previous work experience, none. Education, none. Fucking references, none. Fucking criminal history. See other pages.
Right.
Fucking Christ, man. Like
She's full of it.
you know how quick it would be to fucking fill out an application as Rev or Shani?
NA, everything, NA. Unapplicable.
What they need to be filling out is applying for disability. That's what they need to be doing.
No, don't even.
They're
I don't want them
rejected.
to. I don't want them to fucking get any of that shit. That's
Well,
them
they
taking
won't,
even
'cause they're
more
that
of the
lazy.
taxpayers' dollars.
They're
Yeah,
so
they won't-
lazy they
they're
won't
so
fill it out to begin with, but they're going to be
I'm just
denied
scared
the
that they
first time.
fucking they
They're going to be
actually
denied
get
the second
accepted.
time. Not until they get a lawyer to properly do the paperwork and argue why you need disability. Even
Yeah,
then, you're not going to automatically get it. That's generally the course it takes. Each one of those steps, they're way too lazy for.
These two would be happier than pigs in shit if they fucking qualified and then somehow got like back payment
Yeah.
for benefits owed or
But
something
it's
like
gonna
that.
be like
I would
300
fucking lose my shit.
Maybe 300, 400 each a month. Be the max they would
No,
get. They have
I
no
mean,
work
it
history.
depends. It doesn't matter. Like your
Goes off of
if
work
you fall
history.
for social security like disability income, like it's based on different factors and
Is it
your
living
like your
wage?
area cost of living. Oh yeah, they will be
Okay. Up here, it doesn't do it that way.
it doesn't it does matter if you have paid into social security, but you will get, I think the bare minimum is they have a minimum.
Okay.
And for that, and that minimum would make these two happier than pigs and shit.
Well, yeah.
Right.
But they couldn't stream then, so how would that work?
They wouldn't be able to make
I've known like because honestly I don't want them to accidentally, I don't think they would qualify, but if they somehow manage to even accidentally for a while, that would piss me off, even though I'm not even a fucking Pennsylvania taxpayer or whatever or anything like that, but like still all of that irks me. Fuck, those people they get to have like takeout and delivery and shit way more than I do. And I fucking, we work here and we like bust our asses, and these sons of bitches are like, I'll take some Chinese tonight, thanks.
Right.
How about some fucking
entitled.
pizza?
Totally
Fuck
entitled.
you.
They think that
Oh, but we
literally isn't
stream,
their
bitch, so do I.
responsibility.
I
Yeah.
stream and I fucking work.
But Shani's dying. She's dying of cancer. You notice she's not saying that very much anymore.
Oh no, you're not allowed to talk about that.
Got in trouble, hit a little too close to home that she might get in trouble for lying about it. And now she makes sure she doesn't mention that word anymore, which is good. She doesn't need to.
It's
bullshit.
but
give
it's
it a few months when the dust settles, she'll bring it back up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Next time they're like really down and out, dude. If Unk kicks him out of the house or whatever, she's gonna be a homeless cancer victim.
And she'll be doing exactly what she did when G-Man kicked him out of the hotel. She'll be crying, saying,
Death
"It's a death sentence. I'm gonna die."
Yes.
You're doing it wrong.
Oh.
There you are.
Foods.
Foods. Warts.
Oh.
Warts.
Mermaid princess. Warts.
I love him.
Mermaid princess.
You're doing a pretty good Drader.
Yeah, you do.
Who, Raven?
Whoever just said mermaid princess.
I think that was you.
That was so.
I don't know. There's
Sounds
three
well.
people here now, and I'm too fucking high, so.
Well, it was
you. You don't know if you said something?
No, I have no. I don't know where I am right now. I'm getting ready for, I'm trying to get ready for episode 420. My tolerance is like basement, so I gotta.
Oh
I've been
yeah.
hitting pretty good.
It's actually it is coming up. Couple of weeks, episode 420. That's gonna be I'm gonna be very high.
There's gonna be a lot of things just won't be on screen half that episode. I can tell you right now.
One not high on that show.
Might have to get you to read or run the show because there's gonna be a lot of muted microphones and
the Apple products.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good.
You should make a pipe out of an apple.
Hey,
since you love Apple so much,
dude, totally gonna do that. It's a good idea.
Fuck yeah.
Done that.
I've done that too in the past.
Long time ago.
Apple,
Bro.
out of an onion, out of a fucking
Sour-
pop can.
dude. Sour diesel out of a fucking sour apple, like a Granny Smith, is like the bomb. You got I've been a pothead for way too long. I made a fucking pipe out of a carrot.
What year did
at work?
How old were you when you started?
So like it was badass, and I was just joking around when I made it. I had a little bit of free time, and I showed my coworker, and he's like, "Come here." We fucking went into the freezer, and he fucking pulls weed out of his pocket, shoves it in the fucking carrot. We got high. It was fantastic. Worked like a charm. Plus, it helps your vision.
I said the story before, but on ships, that's all we ever did. If the ship had a fucking lathe, best believe we're hitting the fucking stalks of brass and like the bars and shit. Sit there the entire hitch, just making fucking pipe after pipe after pipe. It's pretty fun. You gotta do something.
All right.
Fucking, only have so much gay sex, all right? So.
So this is her last post. It's called Online Applications and Phone Interviews. Welcome to the 21st century.
Some people everywhere.
Wait a second. Scroll down, because like, who is she replying to? No one.
No.
What about that one too? And she's like, "What did that even?"
And
getting mentally prepared
for
my job
firing
hiring arc, but mama needs to make money.
I didn't want to message you guys in the group, and I was pretty high at the time. I didn't understand that. I didn't want to sound like an idiot, but what the fuck does that mean?
Maybe
So there's always all these arcs in their storyline, right? And they are aware of that. And she's like, "Oh, well, I'm probably gonna get fired because the trolls are gonna fucking call my job, and so I'm getting mentally prepared
I'm
to
surprised
get a job and then get fired because of the trolls."
She's very
So
self-aware.
is she gonna try to suck dick for money again? I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that.
Phone
Thinking about doing
interview.
phone sex.
Dude, those fucking what were those lemons? Those lemons. Stop. Fucking only weirdos give a shit about thumbing shits down. Those lemons are lumpier than fucking.
Hey, we're back, everybody.
That might be what Shandy looks like under the dress.
What is? I don't.
A little twig is Rev.
Yeah, those are like giant fucking lemons. It looks like
the tumor she wished she had.
Okay, so that was
how I.
That's the goddamn podcast. Hopefully, you enjoyed a taste of that. Those guys talk more than the Geek Room when they're playing a video, but still some interesting observations about Vaughn. Vaughn was complaining they're a bunch of stoners and druggies, and I didn't hear a lot of drug use stuff. Because TJ told that one story about his census guy hooking him up, but wasn't a lot of focus on drugs that I saw. So anyway, really wasn't feeling it. We did a full hour. We did a little over 3 miles, right at 300 calories, and my toe is just killing me. So like I don't think I'm gonna walk the whole thing today. We need that one day to slow down. Let's go ahead and do a weigh out and see how many pounds we burned off. We started 220.4 today. Started out 220.4. Let's see where we got to today. Stick the iPhone back in. We'll check it out, see what we got here. Yeah, and that makes perfect sense. We cut our workout about in half and got a pound, so 219.4. Still making some good progress. Knock the iPhone out of there. Making some good progress. I don't know about slim and trim. I feel like I've really plateaued. You know, I weighed out yesterday at like 218.6. I ate a small thing of oatmeal for 170 calories and drank water all day. Didn't eat a damn thing, and weighed in at 220.6. So that's frustrating. It's like, guys, I didn't eat anything. Why am I gaining weight when I'm not eating? But you know, maybe one of those starvation modes kicking in. We'll see. We're just going to keep walking and keep trying to eat right and see if we can get to hashtag 200 by March. But thanks everybody for coming. Sorry we cut it a little close or cut it a little short today. Do subscribe to the goddamn podcast if you enjoyed what you saw. TJ and the guys will take care of you very well over there. And thank you for coming tonight. I appreciate the support. We will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.